You always know when there's a new Rlaarlo product out because about 200 videos drop within about a 48-hour period. This is their new 112 scale. And you might have already seen loads of thumbnails, loads of videos, and I think pretty much everyone is giving this thing a massive thumbs up. The last Rlaarlo rally car I reviewed was their 1/10 scale, and man, the hype was real on that one. Still one of the best ready-to-run rally, that's hard to say, ready-to-run rally cars that you can buy. It was so good that I bought myself a roller. I just haven't got round to building it. I was going to do a nice clean build, nice custom body, but I'm too busy making videos for you guys. I put it back on the pile of my retirement projects. So this is the XTS P12, 112 scale. 50 to 80 kilometers an hour. You can get it that color and you can get it that color. There's some details there. New transmitter, reckons it's got a decent range. I'm not sure how much this is, but I think it's $189 or something like that. I better check before you shout at me. Currently $189.99. There's the new transmitter. It actually feels quite nice. That's quite a girthy handle there. Thumb steer, foam on the wheel, lots of stuff on there to do your trim, your dual rates. You've got a gyro, you've got a channel 5 and a channel 6. Light button, got some buttons, you've got loads. This is 6 channel radio. And unlike most transmitters, this one takes an 18650, a big lithium battery, 1500 milliamp hour. That's probably going to last a long time. Comes with a little USB-C charger, so put the battery in, plug it in, get it charged up. That's what I'm going to do now. Get this little wire and plug here, not sure what that's for, whether it's for some telemetry. That's a charger for the battery that comes with it. It must be a 3-cell battery that comes with it because that is a 3-cell charger. Stickers, instruction book, some gaskets for your diffs. These have got sealed oil diffs in them, wheel wrench, cable ties. That is a speed pinion, some sticky pads, and of course some Allen keys.
You say Allen?
I've made some Allen t-shirts, they're on the website. I was going to wear mine today, but I was flexing at the gym with it a couple of days ago and it's a bit stinky. I've also got some stickers. I'm just working on a little sticker pack, so hopefully that'll be up on the website at some point as well. Look how cool he looks with his little Allen shirt on. So not licensed, but it's clearly a VW Polo. The wide arched rally version. You got front lights, rear lights. There's also a little light in that exhaust that flashes when you come off the throttle. Wing mirrors, door handles, little plastic trim there. I think that's to hold the supports that hold the body on. Roof scoop, big wang, and very nice feeling suspension. Very nice. Body is held on, it's got a couple of little knobs under there. Twist them. Oh my word. What? It can't be that hard. No way. Car shell locking mode. How's you there? Car shell locking mode. Ah, right. Okay, I got it. Pull them out slightly and then twist. What a knob. There we go. Pull them out, twist. Really easy. In my defense, it doesn't tell you need to pull them out. It just says twist. This has got to be the 3S LiPo. Big battery tray. Just the normal 2200 milliamp hour 3-cell from Rlaarlo. These are actually nice packs. They offer a decent amount of punch and a pretty good run time with that little motor. The controller and all the wiring for the front and rear lights. You're going to have probably headlights, indicators, brake lights, reverse lights. Then you've got this little harness here that plugs into that controller. One for the exhaust, and then I don't know what that one's for. Oh, that's the power for the controller. A little 2845 3600 kV brushless motor. Adjustable motor mount there, so it comes with a speed pinion. I think that's a 45 amp ESC. Receiver tucked in that box there. Little servo under there. I found these servos are pretty decent as well on the Rlaarlos. Nice secure battery connector there. Top brace, shaft driven 4-wheel drive, slipper clutch in there. Fully adjustable camber and toe. And you can just probably see down there anti-roll bar. Oil shocks with adjustable collars so you can set your ride height. Metal CVs there with bearings all round. Same at the back apart from no adjustable toe. Metal shock towers. Nice metal chassis with all hex hardware. Little diffuser at the back with your exhaust. Nice soft compound on the tyres. Feel like they got some foams in there. And a generic multi-spoke wheel. Even though I've worked out that you have to pull these to put them back on, if you've got big sausage fingers like me, a little bit fiddly. And I think it's going to be quite easy when you're doing this to probably scrape your finger along there and get a really painful paper cut or Lexan cut. Right, anyway, that's it. So I'm going to get back to charge, check the lights out, make sure it functions okay. Then we're going to do a speed run and then take it for a rip. Right, battery charged. Gives you your power indication. You got a light there to tell you when your gyro's on, which it's on at the moment. And if I press that, that tells you to put your lights on. You can just about reach in the back here to turn it on. There's your gyro working. I don't know whether you can turn... Can you turn it down? I don't know if you can turn the gyro down. I might have to check some instructions. Anyway, lights. So you've got headlights, got rear lights, and we have got indicators. So that is your speed. I had it all the way back. Low speed, middle, mental. Strange that, look, when you go forward, your reverse lights come on. That is a bit strange. I'm gonna have to look at the instructions. This thing's gonna slide well on this floor. Whoa. Oh, we need to get them indicators off. All right, rips. Ready, go. Right, on the box it says 50 to 80 kilometers an hour. Needed a little tweak on the steering trim. 50 kilometers an hour is 30 or just over 30 mile an hour, and 80 is just under 50 mile an hour. That 80 kilometers an hour will be with the speed pinion. Straight away, flat out, one-handed, easy. Watch how easy this is to drive. Full throttle straight away, look. Didn't even need any steering input at that point. I was definitely over 30 mile an hour. 33 mile an hour on the stock pinion, running 3-cell. Ready, look. Easy. This is going to slide really well. Right then, let's see what this thing's got. Oh, it's slippery. Oh yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Nice. It is almost like the miniature version of the 110. Well, it is, isn't it? It is a miniature version of the 110. And it drives pretty much just like it. This is a really slippery surface, and this has got like road tyres on it, like tarmac rally tyres, and it's just gripping up and going. Let's see how straight we can get it to go. Right, here we go. Full throttle. Nice. Whoa! There's a bump there. This grass has been cut, but it's still quite long, and yeah, going through there as well. Wow, what can I say? What a little ripper. This thing is just nuts. Absolutely nuts. I've rolled it so many times and it just, well, it either lands on its wheels or you just turn the steering wheel on and give a bit of throttle and it flips itself back over. Absolutely nuts. Still running on the same battery, same one I used for the speed run. I don't know how long I've been here because I've been stopping and starting my camera, but that is a decent amount of run time and it is still hooning, no signs of it dying just yet. I reckon this would slide well on a nice concrete skate park. Yes, yes it does. Awesome. So a skate park isn't the usual place to bring something like this, but Rlaarlo, along with MJX as well, some of their stuff, the way it's made with that body that like locks onto the chassis, it kind of protects all the, you know, steering components, the suspension and everything else, and it means you can bring them to places like this, and you'll probably see quite a few people have brought theirs to skate parks. In fact, this skate park is where I brought their 1/10. And you can bring them here. I wouldn't recommend going crazy with them, but they do take a few jumps, a few knocks, because all of that stuff is protected. Just like the Mojave Grom from Armour. That body locks onto that Mojave, and it just makes them solid. I love them. Well, that gyro does a good job of keeping it under control. And all of that one-handed as well. Man, I've had a lot of fun getting the footage of this for you. It's so easy to control. It's so easy. There is a couple of things, well, more than two. Couple of few things that I'm not too keen on. So we'll go back to the workshop and I'll show you what I don't like. A few bits I'm not keen on. I thought it sounded funny when it was, oh yeah, everything has come out. Wow. Well, it did land on its roof a couple of times. Battery out, ESCs come unstuck, power buttons come unstuck, but everything else is good. Oh, we've worn a little bit off the bottom of the exhaust. But no, it still feels good. Had an issue with the lights coming out on the bigger one. Rear lights are fine. Tyre wear on the inside there. That's worn some of the paint away. I mean, spray a bit of paint under there and that'll fix that. Yeah, it's pushed out a little bit there. Other than that, oh, and I lost both mirrors. And one of them I saw it fall out, the other one I didn't. But solid body. The first thing I'm not keen on, and this is like the main thing really, and it's not that bad, it's just something I'm not keen on. Pretty much the same platform, it's the same electronics as the X12S buggy, the little 12 scale buggy. And something I picked up on that was the drag brake. So with no power on, that you can see it rolls nice and free. If I put power onto it, so the drag brake on it, look, it's got too much of a drag brake on it, and I just don't like how it drives like that. When you're trying to go slow, I like it to freewheel so you can, you know, slide it a bit better. But I'm not keen on the drag brake. Something else as well, the gyro works really well. I couldn't find any up-to-date info on this controller. Scan the QR codes on the instructions and it brings up an old playlist that doesn't even have this on. I had a quick look for some other stuff and I couldn't find anything. It'd be really nice to just have some clear instructions on how this works. I'm sure there's probably some different functions for the lights as well, but I snipped the indicators in the end because I couldn't turn them off. I don't care if you like indicators, I do not. Snip, 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 and snip. Flashing reverse lights when I was going forward actually didn't do it when I was running it, so I don't know what that was. No information on what these do, no information on what that does, but it'd be nice to know if that gyro is adjustable. You can either have it off or on from what I could see, but you don't get any crazy gyro wobble, but it'd be nice to tweak it a little bit. And the other thing I've already mentioned, getting the body off isn't a problem. Getting the body on, it is gonna, well, it did actually. I don't know if you can see, I did actually cut myself just after I said, you might cut yourself, and I did cut myself on it. So that's a bit of a pain. And that's about it really. It is just as good, and it handles as good, it drives as good as the 1/10. I just don't know whether the smaller scale is for everyone. As I showed you earlier, this is $189.99. Well, it is at the time of me making this video. $189. I think it's worth that all day long. It's really good. If you have your own electronics, or you like to put your own electronics and do your own thing, the roller of the 1/10 version is $199 at the moment. So if you want something a little bit smaller that you can carry around with you, chuck it in the car and it will just perform and it will go on, as I showed you, most surfaces, then this is definitely a good buy. If you want something a bit bigger and you want to do your own thing, you want to paint it your own colours and put your own electronics in, then for $199, the 1/10, oh look at that. Oh, it looks good slammed, doesn't it? $199, which is £160. Absolute steal, I reckon, at the moment. But that is a decision for you to make.